The future depends on what we do in the present. Mahatma Gandhi.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Master Method. I'm very happy to be here with you today. Thank you for having us in your living room. We are with my wife, Julie.
Good to be here.
And we are discussing the steps of the Master Method.
Yes.
My famous and acclaimed book, just kidding. But it's actually the steps that led me to become a 7-time world champion.
Yes.
And we're talking to the viewers, how can they achieve their life of success, prosperity, but most importantly, inner peace. If you apply these steps, you can achieve anything you want in your life. If you close your eyes for a second and you imagine your wildest dream, what would you like to do? What would you like to have? What would you like to be or become or achieve? Close your eyes for a second and imagine that. You can have it. They can achieve anything they want if they follow these steps.
And I think what people need to realize before they take that first step is that they have the power.
They have the
They
power.
have the power to create the successes, not to just wait and see if they happen, but they have the power to create it in a formulaic fashion.
That's right.
And taking the steps.
And I have traced and studied the greatest teachers in history, the most successful and influential people in the history of humankind, and they all apply the Master Method. They all apply these steps to success. So if you do it, you will achieve it. These steps, they date back even before humans arrived. They go all the way back to the beginning of time. The beginning of this planet is based on the same formula. Physics, quantum physics, and all of those things, they go together with the Master Method. Now, the first step that we talked earlier was decide to really create that vision. The second step of the Master Method is condition your mind to success. Condition the mind to succeed. You have to become success conscious. How do you do that? You have to really train your mind to be positive, to have a positive orientation. You need to be positive. Now, how do you do that? How do you become positive when everything else is going wrong around you? Okay, there's a couple of things that can help you do that. You know, we have humility, gratitude, faith, patience, and positive thinking. Those are the 5 elements that we need to know, that we need to really be able to use to condition our mind to succeed, become success conscious.
But there is no accident as to why this chapter in the book was the big one, because it's so important. It's pretty much the keys, the essential elements.
Unfortunately, we only have a limited time in the show today, so we're going to be able to kind of glance over these elements and talk about them a little bit, but you'll be able to find a lot more in the book, The Master Method, in detail, how to specifically apply them step by step. But let's talk about the first one real quick, which is humility. What does it mean, humility? It means to have an open mind. That's what it means. It means to be open to every challenge that comes your way. Many people look at obstacles as something bad,
Barriers.
barriers, and they hate the obstacle. They hate every obstacle that comes their way. But believe it or not, the obstacles, they add a key element that are very important to achieve success. Every obstacle has a purpose. Every challenge will give you the tools or the knowledge or the experience that we need to achieve success on the next step. It will help us to get closer to our goal. So when the opportunity comes, when the challenges come, don't look at it as an obstacle. Look at it as an opportunity. There are opportunities. Opportunities to learn, opportunities to nurture yourself, opportunities to gain the experience that you need. So don't waste it.
Look for the good every time.
Look for the good on every time. Find the good on every situation, no matter how difficult it is. Napoleon Hill said something very cool in one of his books called Think and Grow Rich. And he said that every challenge contains the seed of an opportunity, of a benefit, of an equal or a greater value. Listen to those last words. Equal or greater value. Every challenge contains that. Every obstacle contains that. So don't waste that opportunity.
Okay.
The second part, we talk about gratitude. It's so important. Gratitude will always elevate your mind to a higher state. People are so focused on what they don't have that they forget the things that they do have already. And gratitude will always elevate your mind. Now, if you think about something that you're grateful for, I challenge you guys right now to do this at home. Think about one thing right now that you are grateful for or happy about in your life. And you think about it for a few seconds, and you close your eyes, and you think about that for a few seconds. You will see that immediately you begin to feel good. Because you're thinking about something that is great, something that you like, something that you're happy about. So you immediately shift your mind from feeling bad or negative towards something to immediately begin to feel good. So you begin to vibrate positively. And by that, you will begin to attract all the elements that you need to succeed. Feeling good is a very important part of the process. Every morning when I wake up, one of the first things I do, and I've done this for years, I think about things that I'm happy about or that I'm grateful for. And usually you, my wife, or our children, or sometimes something that I'm excited about work, or but I find what makes me feel good, what I'm grateful for, and I use that as fuel to feed my positive thinking. Positive thinking is another element that is necessary to achieve success. You cannot achieve success if you're grouchy and thinking negatively all day long. Like I said earlier on the segment before this one, to achieve something you have to believe that you can do it first. The more you think about the obstacles and the challenges, the more power you are giving them. You have to find a way to think positively, to know with certainty that you will be there at the end, that you will achieve your successes. You have to know it. With certainty, with power, you will know. And by knowing, you will develop that spirit and that power, that never give up attitude, because you know you will achieve your success. You will achieve your goal. Not in terms of fighting against all the elements, but knowing that you will be there at the end. And the elements that will come along the way, all the obstacles and challenges, they're only part of the way. They're only helping you get there. So it's so important to develop that positive thinking.
And I think also people don't realize sometimes the significance of those words because it's used so often. They think, think positive, positive thing. Realizing there is such a deep meaning to that by doing that with gratitude, humility, that helps, they're all related, but it allows you to vibrate positively so that you will attract everything you need to become successful.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I can talk all day about positive thinking.
Yeah.
I can talk I've done it. I do seminars in companies sometimes, and they're 8 hours, and they hire me to go to talk about positive thinking. And I do it for 8 hours. And there's so much to say about that. Yeah. It's so incredible. But it is a key element. Now, I don't mean just to fake positive thinking. I mean to truly think positively. Even when nobody else is watching, you're still vibrating. You still have to think positively. Even when it's only you in the room and it's dark, there's no light, but you're thinking positively, you will continue to vibrate every time. Yeah. Faith is the next element that we need to talk about. Mm-hmm. Faith is so important to truly know that you will be there at the end. Mm-hmm. Despite of your current situation, despite of your challenges, you have to know with certainty, believe that you will be there at the end. You have to truly believe that you will achieve your success. Patience is the last of the element, not least, but it's the last one, is that you have to develop patience. Things don't come immediately. They don't come like that. Say, I want to have $1 million. Okay, tomorrow. And you wake up in the morning, where's my money? Where's my money? I don't have my money. You need to actually go through the obstacles. You need to walk the path to achieve that. It will be elements that will be required for you to achieve that goal, but you have to walk the way and you have to wait. Sometimes people want results immediately. They want it right now. You have to be able to wait a little bit and know that you have to overcome obstacles and go through certain experiences that will give you the tools that you need to achieve that goal, regardless of what the goal is. I always talk about the analogy of the peach tree. You know, if you want peaches and you want to plant a peach tree, you go and you get the seeds and you put them on the soil.
Right.
Okay? You put them on the soil, and then the peach tree is not going to come up the next day, and it's not going to come up the next day and give you peaches immediately. Water needs to come, sun needs to hit the ground, the nutrients needs to go with the thingy, and the peach tree is going to begin to grow. And just a little shoot is going to come up first. And then it's going to grow a little bigger, and it's not going to bear fruit yet. It will only bear fruit when the tree is strong enough to hold it. So we will receive those successes. We will receive all the peaches per se, only when we're strong enough to hold them with our hands. Not before. We have to be ready for it. The next element on citing the master method that we talk about in the master method is to plan, to have a plan. You need to create a plan.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is the problem that people have. They want to have a plan, but they want the perfect plan. So sometimes they spend the whole life.
And they're paralyzed and not moving forward. Yeah.
They waste the whole life trying to look for the perfect plan, but that plan never comes. You have to make a plan, even if it is the right plan or not. Make a plan, write it down. That gives so much power to what you do. Write it down and take the first step. Right plan or wrong plan. Once you begin to execute that plan, you will figure it out pretty fast. If it's not the right plan, you will be able to change it. You have to adjust. The plan has to be alive. And every step of the way, you have to evaluate again. Am I going the right direction or not? And if it's not, you have to change. Now, the plan always has to be subdivided into smaller steps that will allow you to achieve small victories. And it's not going to be so overwhelming. Okay? And the last and the most important step in the master method is the attitude.
Create. Yeah.
Create the life of your dreams with self-discipline. If you're set to do A, B, C on one day, do it. Do A, B, C. Do not procrastinate. Procrastination is one of the biggest elements of failure. And enthusiasm is the fuel for all of this method. Enthusiasm will bring you what you want. Wake up every day enthusiastic. Everything that you do, use your enthusiasm, your positive attitude, a smile to everyone you encounter. And you will be there at the end. Well, Julie, it was great talking today about the master method.
We need another hour for this.
We'll do. So we'll have another show sort of like this in the near future. But I'm very grateful to be with you in your living room, having us with your family. And I wish you most absolute success, prosperity, and inner peace. Please find us at www.themastermethod.com or email us at info@themastermethod.com. Have a great evening.